Doma Sports Talk worldwide with some news from the world of boxing. So y'all know what time it is. You ain't in a rush to get concussed. Now, pretty big fight in the light heavyweight division. You had Artur Beterbiev, who's undefeated, well 17-0 with 17 KOs against Joe Smith Jr. Right? And I thought Joe Smith, what is he? Was it 23-3, right? With about 24 knockouts. So when you talking these two, everybody was saying it's going to be a good fight because, you know, it's two punchers, probably the two main punchers in the light heavyweight division. I personally didn't say anything about it because it didn't fly under my radar. I knew it was going to happen, but y'all know I don't do videos every day, and you know, got to be something important. I wasn't too hyped about the fight at all, really, because I thought Artur Beterbiev is just the better fighter, you know, and I didn't think it was going to be a real close fight. I thought that Joe Smith was going to get knocked out, but you know, up until he got knocked out, he's going to be Joe Smith, right? We like Joe Smith. All right, he's going to come, you know, and fight. It is what it is. But I just didn't think he was going to beat Artur Beterbiev, and I'm going to tell you why. It's not just the punching power. I think they both have punching power, but I think Beterbiev is the more technical fighter, and that's exactly how it played out. You know, it was round two knockout. You know, Joe Smith was coming out forward, throwing a jab, but he was kind of just leaving it out there, and you know, the right hand over the jab a couple of times, and you know. And Beterbiev is, what is he now? 18-0 with 18 KOs, 100% knockout ratio. The guy is good. And I'm going to tell you, my respect for Artur Beterbiev is there not just because of one fight, but one fight impressed me the most. And it's a couple of years back now, but for me it was the fight for who I thought was the best in the light heavyweight division, and that was between him and Vocek. I think his name is also Alexander. Vocek, with a G but a V behind it, Vocek. To me, that was another Ukraine bring the pain guy, and Vocek for me was either the best or the second best, I thought. I had Bivol third when Vocek was fighting, and Artur Beterbiev came out of that fight stopping Vocek. And since then, I'm like, this is a bad boy, because Vocek to me is bad as hell. Right? Now, Bivol has come on. We've seen Bivol has won all his fights. He just wasn't so, you know, he wasn't so spectacular in his last 3 or 4 fights. But beating Canelo Alvarez has put him in people's minds right now. And that brings me to the next point. The next fight should be Artur Beterbiev versus Dmitry Bivol for Undisputed. Period. Why wouldn't we do that? Anything else? You know, Undisputed trumps everything else. All these mandatories, like for example, I'm hearing that Anthony Yarde is supposed to get the fight against Artur Beterbiev because he's the WBO mandatory, which Artur Beterbiev just got. You know, that was Joe Smith's problem. Artur Beterbiev just got, and Artur Beterbiev even said in the ring afterwards he wants Dmitry Bivol. But here's the problem with boxing. Some promoters, especially Bob Arum, you know, wants the Anthony Yarde fight. And I told you how they hate Undisputed. Those people that are not the boxers, right? Anybody, promoters, networks, they don't really like Undisputed because Undisputed means the shenanigans stop. We definitely got one guy who's the best, and so we can't call the rest of these guys better no more. They don't like that, and that's why. What the hell? Why would you be in the middle of that? Hey, Artur Beterbiev wants to be undisputed. He's been at light heavyweight for a while. He's been handling his business. Him and Bivol, undisputed fight is big. I know everybody wants to go to England and think of him and Anthony Yarde. Yeah, whatever. But England would watch Undisputed. Everybody, and then, oh, I even heard Bob Arum say, nobody knows Bivol, like in America. Like they know Anthony Yarde more. But here's the deal. BS. If and because, not only if, but because mainstream media and people like Bob Arum and others, all right, have been saying that Canelo's the best fighter, which most of us know he isn't. Canelo's not even in my top 10, right? But he's a good fighter, but he wasn't the very best, and he never was. He's never going to be the very best if he don't fight Demetrius Andrade and Charlo in his own damn divisions for damn near 10 years. Next year to be 10 years that Demetrius Andrade been begging this man to fight. You're not going to be better than him, or Jamal Charlo, or Jamel, because Jamel won him at 154. You're not going to just be better than them. But that's who they were saying. So if you really thought that Canelo was the very best fighter on the planet, which you didn't. You just knew that was one where you can get away with it. But if you really thought in your loins, inside, Canelo was the best fighter, right, or is, then you got to think the Bivol is the bomb right now, because Bivol beat the living daylights out of him. It wasn't close. It wasn't even nothing, right? And he ain't that much bigger than Canelo. Canelo was able to hang, right, with Kovalev. People wanted Canelo to go up to fight Makabu. That's a division higher, cruiserweight. And if Usyk would come down to 201, they wanted him to do that. So we can't have little old Bivol too big now. Bivol beat the hell out of him. So now people in America know who the hell Bivol is. Because if you don't, just remind them, I'm the guy who beat Canelo and offered to fight him at 168, his weight now, I think, at least. Right? And he don't want to do that either. He's going to fight Golovkin, who nobody wants to see them two fight. Canelo's coming off a loss. Golovkin coming off a barely win against Murata, and he waited for him 2 years. And neither one of them has fought either Charlo or Andre and been in the same weight divisions. Who wants to see that? Right? So, yes, Bivol versus Artur Beterbiev. Enough people know Bivol, right? Should, if they watch any form of boxing. And anybody that Artur Beterbiev is 18-0 with 18 KOs. And just look at him. Just sell itself. He looked like he 18-0 with 18 KOs and would tear you up, right? So you have the boxer versus the puncher, right? And let it go down. Undisputed. Then we would have another one. Let's make sure that the people don't get in the damn way. And let's enjoy it. Doma Sports Talk worldwide. And I'm up out of here, y'all.